Good evening, good evening, good evening. How is everyone doing? Happy Thursday night. I figured we could talk tonight about some common business structure mistakes, just so we can make sure that, we are on, that we are, just running things how we need to run them, right? A lot of times, let's see, we're going to start our business. It's going to be a side business. And we're just thinking, oh, here's my receipt for Rexy. Look at Jesus. Look at Jesus. Hold on. I need these vaccinations. I thought I just saw Rexy. I need these. Let me not lose focus. A lot of times we will start a business, whether it's a side hustle or, hey, we're just trying to start something. But we don't look at it as if we're starting a 7-figure business, right? So if you're on this live tonight, I need you guys to put your money hats on, okay? Because every multi-million and billion-dollar business has started in a garage, has started in an apartment, has started in a dorm room, okay? So when you're thinking of Amazon, Facebook, Netflix, they're not starting off with, 20 floor corporate offices. They're starting very small. So no matter how small your business is now, we don't know where it's going to be, number one. Number two, although your business is small now, it only takes the right investment. It only takes the right partnership. It only takes the right collab. It only takes the right opportunity until your business goes from 0 to 100. No matter how small your business is starting, you don't know what is in store for you 3 months, 6 months, or a year from now. Okay, so what you need to do is start our business with the intention of this is going to be a 7 or 8 figure business. So let me just start it off correctly. Okay, so when the opportunity comes, see, my philosophy is stay ready so you don't have to get ready, right? When the opportunity comes, I can jump on it. When the investor or the collab comes, I'm already set up. I already have my LLC. I already have all my things, like all my ducks in a row. When it's time for me to run, I can run. Not, oh, shoot, let me go do this and that and this and that. We got to be ready, okay? So if you're on this live and we are about to, make sure our 7 or 8 figure business, you choose what you got, is going to be formed and ran correctly, in the comments, I want you to drop, we ready, okay? We ready for this money. We ready for this bag. We ready to be at the bank. We're ready to go ahead and, start building generational wealth. We are ready to be able to give a business that can be sold. We're ready to have a business that can go public. We are ready to give a business that we can pass down to these badass kids. So if you are ready to form your 7 or 8 figure business, I want you to put in the comments, we're ready. And after you drop in the comments, we ready, I need you to put your money hats on, okay? So you want to start a business, or you already have your business, you got to make sure that you are running your business like it is a 7 and 8 figure business. Even if your business is going to be, you may be sharing your business right now with your bedroom. Okay. You may be sharing your business right now with your car, meaning if you look at your business, it doesn't look like it's a 7 or 8 figure business, but don't look at what it looks like now. Okay. Look at what it's going to look like in the future. So for that reason, you got to always make money moves, meaning everything I do regarding my business, I got to work at it like it's already a 7 or 8 figure business. It is. The money just hasn't hit your bank account yet. Okay. So things like this, if I'm going to maybe have a conversation with someone. It may be a friend, it may be a family member, it may be an associate, and they want to maybe like, let's kind of talk some business, let's kind of bounce some ideas together. If I'm running Walmart, if I'm running Netflix, if I'm running Amazon, and somebody wants to sit down and bounce some ideas with me, well, number one, I'm not talking unless we have a non-disclosure agreement signed. Okay, an NDA or a non-disclosure agreement is going to be a contract. What that contract says is anything that we discuss in this conversation is going to stay between us. So if you're sitting down with someone and you're bouncing some ideas off of them, like, hey, I'm thinking we should do X, Y, and Z, you don't want that person to hear your idea and say, awesome idea, but I'm going to just do it by myself. I don't need you, right? So we need to make sure that we aren't discussing anything without a non-disclosure agreement. If you don't have a non-disclosure agreement, I have one on my website under legal contract templates. It's going to be customizable for you, so you can add in your business name. You can add in what's going to be discussed. Also going to have your state. Every contract needs to be tailored to your state, so I have all those edits in there. But running a 7 or 8 figure business, we're not just, we don't have time to give anyone else any ideas for free. Okay. Now, if you have a kind heart and you want to help other people, that is great. Okay. That's going to be called a church. That's going to be called forming your nonprofit, right? But as long as we're talking about our business, a business has to make money. Okay, so a business is not doing anything for free. We're not giving away anything unless it's some kind of opportunity. We're not just going to, clothe everyone for free unless you clothe them like a real artist or someone that can, kind of give you some feedback. But just because your sister, cousin, auntie and them didn't have it, or can I get 2 for 1? Baby, this is a business. Okay, your bills are due on the 1st. You can't go tell your mortgage company, hey, I don't got it. Can I get a 60-day extension? No, you're going to be evicted. You can't go tell your kids' school, oh, I don't have my tuition this month. They're going to be out of school. Okay. You can't walk into Walmart and be like, hey, let me get these groceries. I don't have it right now, but I'm going to come back. I'm going to come back in 2 weeks when I get paid. And they're going to run you out, and security going to come escort you out. Okay. You can't go to this gas station with this high ass gas and be like, hey, can I get 20 on pump 6? And when I get paid, I'm a get you. Okay. So as you're running your business, besides not talking for free, the second thing we're not doing anything for free. Unless it is some kind of opportunity, meaning I sell peach cobblers and the Renaissance tour is in town. I'm going to go ahead and feed these dancers and Beyonce this peach cobbler because she may shout me out, or that may get my name out, or they may be like, oh my God, I like this. Can you come follow us on tour and supply us with peach cobblers? But we can't do anything for free. Okay. See, a lot of times we tend to lead with our heart, well, this person needs it. And, we get all emotional, baby. This is it's just business. Okay. I can have the best sob story right now and walk into Walmart. They don't care. The answer is going to be no. Okay. So just like Walmart would tell a customer no, you have to be able to tell the customer no. Okay, so we're not talking for free. We're not discussing any ideas for free. We're not doing anything for free. Another thing we need to make sure that we have our eyes on are going to be these employees. Okay, now, the first thing I'm going to say is it takes great employees to make a business go. Your employees will either make you or break you. Okay, have you ever gone to, a store or a restaurant? Let me see, where have I been? I went to go see Beyonce. And I forgot about the I forgot about the rule for NFL, how you have to have like a certain, like your purse has to be a certain dimension to be at a football stadium. Totally forgot that. And the purse I had was, nothing near that, right? So I ran into Gucci and I was like, listen, I need a purse that's this size. And she was showing me a couple that they had there. And I was like, now girl, like that doesn't even look like me. So she went on her little like system and she, she Googled because they were saying that each stadium had its own dimensions. It's not just like a general NFL purse size. So she Googled the Tampa stadium. Then she went into her little database and they had another purse that was that size, but it was like all the way in the back. It wasn't up there. And, I have my little sparkling water, and she's like really trying to find me a purse that matches these dimensions, and she's, looking in the system. I'm there for a good hour, and I just felt warm and fuzzy. Before I went to Gucci, I went to YSL and I was like, hey, I think the dimensions are this. And she was just like, well, no, we don't have anything. I mean, baby, can you look, can you type the dimensions in the system at YSL, and just see what pops up? I'm more of a YSL girl. Like, I'm not really a Gucci girl, no shade to Gucci, but I don't really, wear brands that have outlet stores. I don't do all that. But, YSL was disrespecting me. Clearly, she didn't look me up in the system to know who I was. So I just walked on over to Gucci and I got great customer service. So I did not feel bad buying this small little purse that I'm never going to wear again that was overpriced because she made me feel good. She made me feel like she wanted my business. There's going to be clients that walk into your business that are going to meet your employees. Your employees are going to be the first person that the customer meets, okay? No matter how great you are, how nice you are, how great your product or your service are, whoever's at that front door, that's who's setting the tone for that customer experience, okay? Have you ever been somewhere, and I'm not going to throw shade, but like a McDonald's, right? And you ask for like an extra sweet and sour sauce, and if they're going to huff and puff, they may throw it out your window. At the ghetto ones, they're going to charge you 25 cents. It's like they have they got an attitude with you that you came to give that business money. Like, I didn't come here to work today. What you want? Just a monotone tone, no napkins in the bag, just blah. See, depending on the store, you'll be like, oh, I'm not going to go to this location again, or I'm not going to come here again, or you know what? Just don't worry about it. Oh, prime example. I went to Papados. I'm not gonna say where because I do like Papados, but this location, I will never be back. The server, he got everyone's order wrong. He didn't write the orders down. I hate servers who don't write the orders down. Like, if you're not on your stuff, baby, get this pen and paper out. So he got everyone's order wrong. I had just gotten off the plane. I'm like starving, right? The bread was all hard. He got everyone's drink wrong. He was clearly a new server. I used to wait tables at Longhorns and Copeland's, and I was an undergrad, so I know how to be a great server, right? Like, the first thing you do is you're gonna get them the drinks and the bread to calm them down. If you're busy, buy you some time. The food was wrong. The drinks weren't refilled. My food was actually I've never had nasty food before, but I had a salad and the lettuce was all wilted. But by the time I got my food, I was so aggravated because it was everything was just wrong. My son's hungry. I ordered the kids chicken tenders with the drinks order to get the food out to, shut his little behind up. he came and it only had one chicken tender on the plate. Oh, it was just a mess. It was such a mess that I was like, just give me the check so I can pay and go. My mama trying to call the manager, baby. I'm not gonna complain. I'm just not gonna come back, right? She's trying to get the manager. Mama, I'm tired of being up in here. I'm still hungry. I'm trying to get to the next spot to get some next food. So I'm like, I'm never coming to this Pappadeaux's ever again, right? So with that being said, whatever are your expectations for your employees, they need to be in something called an employee handbook, okay? If you have ever worked a 9-to-5 job somewhere, when you got hired, you had to fill out some paperwork, okay? So just because you call yourself a small business, you need to think back to when you worked at a business, all what was required of you, okay? Number one, you need to have a W-4 form. A W-4 is going to be where they fill out their name, their address, and their social. They're going to also fill out whatever is going to be their tax exemptions for payroll. You need this form on file for every person that you're cutting a payroll check. If you have independent contractors or if you're paying vendors, you need to have a W-9. A W-9 will either have their name and social or their business name and their business EIN. Okay, you need this form to be able to prepare their 1099s at the end of the year, and any person that you pay $600 or more needs to get a 1099. And then the W-9 is for, the W-4 is for any employee that's on payroll. You would give that W-4 to your payroll provider that has all their information, and that's how they're going to calculate the payroll taxes and be able to cut their checks, okay? We have to have documentation for all of our employees. Whatever are your rules and regulations, they need to be in an employee handbook. Okay, so it's not just, a person comes in, you like them, they're hired. You're about to throw this person into all of your confidential information. They're about to learn your systems. They're about to learn how you do your services. They're about to learn where you're getting your products from, how you're packaging your products. They're about to be in this client database, getting your clients' names and emails and phone numbers. This person is going to be around a lot of information that if you have the wrong person in there and they take all that information, it may cost you some money. Okay, so we are running a 7 or 8 figure business. So when you open up your business to strangers or family, the same, they need to be filling out paperwork. You need to have whatever are your policies and procedures in writing so we can set the tone and the expectation for the employee. Okay, what is your policy on dress code? What is professional attire? Everyone's definition of professional isn't the same. This little workout top I have on is not professional, right? But some girl may think this is professional. So we're not going to use generic words, professional. We're going to say professional. For example, collared shirt, button shirt, skirts, no shorter than blah, blah. So your employee understands what you expect. They need to wear makeup? Does their hair need to be done? Like depending on where, what kind of job that they're working, some of these things need to be set in stone. What is your procedure on coming on time? What is on time? If I'm supposed to be there at 9, is walking in at 9 o'clock on time? Because an employee has to, walk in, they got to put their purse down, they got to, put that phone up, clock in and gather themselves. That's a good 10, 15 minutes. Or it's on time, arriving to, the place of employment 15 minutes before your start date. So you are behind the register ready at 9. I may think 9 o'clock means I'm pulling into the parking lot at 9:05, and that's on time. You don't know where these people are coming from work-wise, but when they come to your place of business to work, you need to explain to them in detail what you expect. What you don't want is to have someone opening your business at 9 o'clock and it's 9:15 and they're still at Starbucks and you have a line of people waiting out front, right? That's not going to look good for the customers, and we're now going to lose business. So like I say, employees either make or break your business. Whatever are your policies, your procedures? How do you handle theft? If the cash register is going to come up short, what's going on? Okay, is it coming out of the front desk girl's check? If it's two of them, are they splitting it? Is it just on the business? So when a person comes in for the interview, whatever are the expectations, all that needs to be set out before you hire someone. Not just, oh my gosh, they're cute, I like the resume, okay, come in. And then now they're in, okay, here are all my business secrets. Here are my clients that are going to be walking into this business for you to either love on or run away. And this is my sole source of paying my mortgage, paying for my kids' schooling, paying for my wife's car, and putting food on the table. And you're going to entrust a person who you're about to pay $10 an hour who could give a rat's ass about your house, your family, your car. They're only worried about, can I get my check early on Friday because I'm about to go turn up because it's my birthday. So if you're running a 7 or 8 figure business, it's very important that we're hiring people when they understand what your expectations are. But you as an employer, you know what your expectations are. And we are letting them know ahead of time. So in the interview, when you're telling someone that you need to be there by 8:45 for the 9 o'clock shift, and you need to be wearing this for clothing, and you need to have on makeup, they may be like, oh honey, well, we're not a fit. Well, it's better for them not to be a fit in the interview than for you to, bring them into your business, expose them to everything. They're here for a month. They done got, friendly with some of the customers. Now you talking about, I got to be here at 8:45. I got to wear makeup. I got to answer I can't be on my phone. Oh, I ain't doing all this. I ain't come here to work. Now they're gone. They may be gone a little mad, or they may have been fired. Now they're turned up doing bad Google reviews, and they have your entire client database. And now they're sending a mass email to your client database, being spiteful, either saying something messy, sending all your clients, all your vendors, hey y'all, if you like these dresses that you pay $100 for, well, here's where she getting them for only $29. She robbing y'all. You don't know how petty employees can be, but baby, let me tell you, they can be petty. Okay, so knowing that, and we're running a 7 or 8 figure business, if you've ever worked for a multi-million-dollar business, you didn't walk in on day one and didn't sign no paperwork, didn't have no uniform, didn't have no expectations, and was able to get around the money in the client database. That didn't happen. Okay, so you need to make sure that you have an employee handbook. You have some kind of forms, policies, and procedures. If you don't have any of that, you can book a consultation with me. I can tell you what you need to go ahead and get together. You need to understand what is the unemployment in your state. If you are paying your employees as an independent contractor, you are out of order. And so you need to get in order as soon as possible, because what's going to happen is when you come in like, hey, I'm not going to pay you on payroll. I'm going to just give you cash. I'm going to just cut you a check so you don't have to be paying no payroll taxes. The employee's like, cool. Well, after she, stops coming to work on time, and she done cussed out a customer because she had an attitude, and then boom, 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 and then money came up missing. Well, now you have to let her go. Well, now she mad. She ain't mad because she lost her job. She mad because, I want this check. So what's the first thing she gonna do? She gonna file unemployment. Now she knows she ain't paid no payroll taxes. She knows she ain't no unemployment got taken out of her check. She got paid $1,500 a week, and every week her check said 1500, and she saw you handwrite the check. She recalls the conversation where you said, I'm not going to take the payroll taxes out. Or she may have come to you, can you please not put me on payroll? Or these are the men. Can you please not put me on payroll? I'm on child support. They're going to take all my check. And you trying to leave with your heart. See, this heart going to cost you some money. All right, I'm not going to put you on child support. So then when you have to fire him, the first thing he gonna do, he gonna run to the unemployment office to claim unemployment, knowing he wasn't paying no payroll taxes. So what's unemployment gonna do? They're gonna run his information. And, well, sir, you haven't been working for anyone in this state because you haven't paid any. Yes, I was working down there as so-and-so and so-and-so. I've been there for 3 years. I can come show you my checks. So now what's unemployment going to do? A business is in my state paying people and I'm not getting my money? So what's unemployment going to do? Unemployment's going to now open an investigation. Well, this person's saying that they're working for you, but we haven't gotten any state taxes or unemployment taxes. Well, depending on how many employees you have, baby, once they come in that business, one, that's going to be a problem. Now they're going to require you to give the paychecks, or they're going to start talking to your employees. Well, how many people do you have not paying payroll taxes? Because basically you are taking the state's money by not collecting payroll taxes. Now, what you think your state going to do if they are mad that you are robbing them? Who's the next people you think your state unemployment office is going to call? The real alphabet boys. The I, the R, and the S. Now, when the IRS boys come in there, they're coming to your business. They're walking in. They're setting up shop. Okay? They're going to have a little portable printer. They're going to have a computer. And they're in there. They're talking to your employees. They're doing the whole 9. Because if you have employees in here and you're paying them as independent contractors, you're robbing the federal government. Hold on, look at my monkeys. Now, when the IRS agent's in there talking about you have 10 employees that you didn't have there for 2 years and you haven't paid no payroll taxes, guess who's responsible for the payroll taxes? This is how the monkeys come on. The monkeys are equivalent to stress, right? So you've been paying everyone underneath the table as an independent contractor because, one on child support and the other one, the baby daddy, he ain't paying his child support and she need her whole check. So, you just out here just being a good Samaritan. You're trying to help everyone. But now the IRS is at your business, right? Now the IRS is talking about you. Not only are you going to pay your portion of the payroll taxes, you're also liable for the employee's portion of the payroll taxes. Well, how many employees have you had in how many years? Baby, if the monkey ain't on your neck, you in the hospital for a heart attack. I haven't even told you about the penalties and interest that have accrued. All because you didn't want to run your 7 or 8 figure business like it was a 7 or 8 figure business. Once again, I'm not Googling any of these examples, right? Auntie's old. I have lived through all of this. But the IRS agent came after I had everybody on payroll. See, I started off small. We can't afford these payroll taxes. We a little salon. We gonna just cut them a check. I did that for 6 months. And then one day I said, you are tripping. You know damn well these girls is not no independent contractors. Your salon is getting bigger and bigger. We now have multiple locations. You need to get your stuff together. And I switched to payroll. A year after I switched to payroll, guess who walked in my salon? The I, the R, and the S. Yes. Well, we got a tip. I don't Google the stuff. Thank the Lord, everyone there was on payroll. Thank the Lord, Jesus sent an angel and said, girl, I'm going to slap the beep out of you if you don't do the right thing. So luckily, for a whole year before the IRS even came in, I had my stuff together. If I didn't, I would be up Schitt's Creek. I'm telling you all these things because as you are starting your business, you're not thinking about any of this. You starting your business in your house, at your mama's house, at your apartment. You just trying to make an extra $1,000 a month. You trying to get your shirt, your baking goods. You trying to sell these digital products. You just trying to make $1,000 to $5,000 a month. That's all you're trying to do. You just trying to start a business. You're not even thinking about all of this. You're going to hire somebody to help you. And, every month you just trying to, you robbing Peter to pay Paul. You in the hamster wheel. You do good. And, you getting your inventory up and you growing a little bit. And, you paying off some stuff. And in your mind, you just have you a little side hustle. I got my LLC, You just trying to, make $1 out of 15 cents. You ain't bothering nobody. Ain't nobody bothering you. You just trying to run your business. On Instagram, they said get you an LLC and then walk into the bank the same day and get that $10 million loan. And by midnight of getting your LLC, you're going to be a millionaire. That's what they sold you. So you got your LLC. You walked to the bank to get your $10 million and you went to sleep knowing when you woke up you was going to be a millionaire. All you was trying to do is start your business because I'm on this 9 to 5, but I'm tired of talking to these people. I'm going to start something so I could just, be a full-time entrepreneur. Not knowing that the second you form that LLC, the second you get in these business streets, you are in here with the sharks, the wolves, and the bears, and you don't even know it. You like a little 3-year-old that got thrown over in the zoo. Oh, it's look at the bear. Hey, bear. Hey. Let's go see the orangutans, not knowing that they about to eat you alive. So you are not starting a little business. You are not starting a side hustle. You are starting a multi-million-dollar business. Okay? If you are just logging on, we're talking about how we're going to form our 7- and 8-figure business correctly. The first thing we're going to always do is we're going to have a non-disclosure agreement whenever we're talking about anything business. So I mentioned earlier in the live that we're going to have this non-disclosure whenever we're talking to a potential partner or an investor. All of your employees or independent contractor, anyone who's behind your counter, anyone who knows your recipes, knows your vendors list, is around your client database, in that in the employee handbook and the employment contract that they're signing, there needs to be a non-disclosure clause in there, or you need to also have your employees sign a non-disclosure agreement. That way, when you fire the client, when you fire your employee, when they quit, whatever, they know that they cannot just go take your email database and say, hey, I know I was doing hair, at Joy's Hair Salon, but now I'm over here, come over here. Well, I have no problem, with you working at my salon, and I'm gonna give you all the training you need. And if you want to go start your own business, go ahead, right? But you got to start it like how I started. I started with no clientele. I started with bare bones. So go start your business. Anyone that is doing a service for you, in their employment contract, there needs to also be something called a non-compete clause, which is going to say this. Now, you cannot stop someone from making a living, but you can stop someone from opening up shop. But most states will uphold a non-compete clause, depending on the state. I would say within a 15 to 30 mile radius. Okay, meaning this. If you own a gym, right, and you have personal trainers and you're teaching them, I have Joy's Gym, I'm teaching you the Joy Gym way. I do all the marketing, and I bring the clients to the trainers, and I pay them a commission on whatever it is that they sell, right? Well, what you don't want are all the trainers, once they get a book of business of your clients, to quit your gym and then go up the street and open up their own gym and take all your clients. That's called non-compete. Okay, so if you're bringing clientele to your employees because you're doing a service, whether it's lashes, it's hair, it's a gym, then you need to have a non-compete clause. You cannot stop them from doing hair ever, but there's a mile of radius. I would say do 15 miles to be safe, but between 15 and 30 miles. They cannot just open up shop right around you. Now, if you have, you may also want to look at a non-solicitation clause, okay? A non-solicitation clause is saying they can't solicit any of your customers. So I may go open up shop 45 miles away, but I was the front desk girl at your hair salon. So now I'm going to email your entire client database and say, hey, come to this salon instead of Joy's salon, okay? So a non-compete will stop them from opening up shop right by you. A non-solicitation clause is going to stop them from contacting your customers, your database, soliciting their services, okay? So although we love our employees, they're going to make or break us, we are hoping that we get some nice, honest people. Everyone out here is not nice. Everyone out here is not honest. And some people will come to your business specifically to see what it is that you do and how to do it, so they can then copy from you. Kind of like, let me go ahead and get the cheat code, but pay me while I learn everything, and then I'm going to take all your clients and your vendors and open up shop down the street. Okay? Some people think that's how you're supposed to start business. Okay? So we're going to have our non-disclosure agreement. We're going to have our employee handbooks. We are going to make sure that every employee is signing a non-disclosure agreement. We want to also make sure that we have our LLC. We're not doing anything for free. Okay, we're not compromising on our pricing. We're not giving away anything for free. Just like no one tonight can go to Walmart and get some groceries and come back in 2 weeks and pay them. No one needs to be able to come to your business and then pay you in 2 weeks. The fourth thing we need to make sure that we're doing is that we have proper form of payment. Okay. If Walmart doesn't accept Zelle and Cash App, you do not need to be accepting Cash App and Zelle, okay? Everyone needs to have some kind of point of sale system. A point of sale system will kind of be like a CRM. It's going to be where you can swipe credit cards. You can make invoices for cash and credit. And it's also going to keep a record of all your sales. Some different point of sale systems will be Stripe, Clover, PayPal, Square. I'll say those are the biggest ones. PayPal will play with your money, so I really wouldn't do PayPal. But you want to be able to have a system that's going to be able to run reports, right? So that you know exactly what your numbers are. How much were your sales in September? Well, how much were your sales in October? Well, if some systems will even do a comparison like month to month, like you are down 3% in sales, or this month last year you've increased sales by 20%. We are not going to be, baby, gold off springs. We are not going to be doing receipt books. We're not going to be handwriting receipts. We need to get our numbers in order, because as your business grows, you're going to then want to walk into a bank. Okay, you're going to then want to get some funding. You're going to need to have bank statements, number one, that show the revenue that the business is making. Now, You may not believe this, but when your business starts to make a lot of money, sometimes the banks don't believe that you're really doing that kind of business. Okay. So my little shut up thing would be, I would have the banker, I would log into my point of sale system and, just press the report on his computer so that when the report mirrors what's in the bank account, like we're not just throwing random cash in here, like our business is really generating this kind of money. Okay. So there's like a third party verification of the amount of money that you're making. Okay. We need to make sure that we're running our 7 and 8 figure business like it's a 7 and 8 figure business. Okay. So Walmart's going to have some kind of reporting system. When you get to the front desk, you're not cash apping, the cashier. You're not zelling them. You're swiping your card or handing them cash, and they're handing you a printed out receipt. Well, with a point of sale system, the same thing will happen. You will swipe the card or enter the cash amount, and you can either print out a receipt, you can text them a receipt, or you can email them a receipt. So we got to have a point of sale system, and then that point of sale system needs to be going to your business bank account. We don't need to have any business funds in our personal bank account, and we don't need to be paying any personal expenses out of our business bank account. Sometimes when we are also the owner of the business, we can try to make the business account our personal piggy bank. So I'm at Walmart getting snacks for the kids. I'm just going to swipe the business card. I mean, it's my money, right? Well, no. See, we're running a 7 and 8 figure business. So you just can't use business expenses for business funds for personal expenses. That's called commingling. If you use business funds for personal expenses, then what they're going to do is they're going to pierce the corporate veil, which is this. I know you formed this LLC and you got this EIN, this business bank account, but guess what? You're not really running your business or your LLC how the corporate formalities are for an LLC. So we're going to disregard your LLC, or in layman terms, we're going to act like the LLC never existed. Okay, so now you're doing business with no business entity protection, with no asset protection. There's no separation of you and the business. So if there's no LLC, that means that all your personal assets, your personal home, car, money in the bank is now exposed. And we don't want that, okay? That way, we don't want to commingle or mix business funds and personal funds. So if you're at Walmart and you don't have any money in your personal account, then you need to go online and do an online transfer and move some funds from your business account to your personal account. And then you can just swipe your personal account, debit card or check card, whatever you have. Likewise, we don't need to have our business funds that are going to a Cash App or a Zelle that's linked to our personal bank account. Well, now we're commingling by having business funds going into our personal bank account. Okay, so just think, is the CEO of Walmart paying his rent out of the Walmart bank account or his bank account? Is the CEO of Walmart, if Walmart did $10,000 in cash today, is Walmart about to go home and put it underneath Walmart's mattress, or is Walmart going to put the $10,000 in the bank? See, if we're trying to have a 7 or 8 figure business, then we need to run it as a 7 and 8 figure business. Okay. So in business, your business bank account, that is the resume of your business. See, a lot of times business owners make the money, but they can't show how they make it. So when it's time to go get a car, it's time to buy a house, it's time, you just need a loan. Maybe you were featured in a magazine and now they want to sell your product in Target and Walmart. Well, To sell your product in a big brand store, you're going to be paid on a net 30, a net 60, or a net 90. Probably a net 30 or a net 60, meaning you got to provide all the inventory to Walmart and Target. And then we're going to either pay you as it's sold, or we're going to pay you 30 or 60 days later. That means you have to upfront all this money to get the inventory. And in order for you to put your product in Target or Walmart, they're going to want X amount of units. Can you afford to upfront X amount of units? You may not. So you may need to walk into the bank to get a loan. The bank's going to say, how much money do you make? You're going to write it on the application, blah, blah, blah. Now they're going to go through your business bank statements. And they're going to look for the last 3 months. If in the last 90 days, what you wrote on that application is not in that bank account, then you're not going to get credit for what you wrote on there. You're only going to get credit for what's in the business bank account. Now, when you say, well, see, what happened was, like, I be getting cash, but I don't be putting the cash in the bank. I kind of just, keep that at home. And then, sometimes I be doing Zelle and Cash App. So let me pull this up. Now we look unprofessional. Now we look like we just have a side business. Now we look like we kind of half-assing it. Because, see, when you walk into the bank, you're walking in as a business owner. And so as a business owner, there are certain policies and procedures, certain rules, certain things that you need to understand, right? And when you walk into the bank, I'm just showing my bank statements, and what my bank statements show is what I'm making. So even if you are in a cash heavy business, you do nails, lashes, you cut hair, you do massages, blah, whatever. The cash needs to hit the business bank account so your business gets credit for it. You may need to get a little Ford Transit van or some kind of, business vehicle for your business. Well, if all your funds aren't in the business bank account, they're going to think that you can't afford the note on this little Ford Transit. You can really afford the note for Ford Transits. But you got paid cash one day, and then you went to Walmart, you in grocery shopping, you done spent the money before it hit the business bank account. You put the money downstairs in your safe. You put the money underneath your mattress. It didn't hit the business bank account. If it doesn't hit the business bank account, it's like you never made it. Another issue that businesses will see when they're doing business banking is they don't understand your business bank account can never have any kind of NSF fees or any kind of negative daily balances. Now, I understand. I've been there before. Sometimes, people may hold a check, or you done swiped you done went to the mall and you forgot you went to the mall, or, sometimes some credit card charges, sometimes they'll hold them and then it doesn't come through, or you deposited your paycheck and it was like a little too late. So some things came in, and sometimes your account may be negative and you'll just pay the little overdraft fee and put some money in and keep on moving. On the business side, though, that is not acceptable, because when you are applying for financing, whether you're applying for vehicle financing, whether you're applying for a loan or a line of credit, you cannot have any NSF balances or negative daily balances, and they're going to look for the last 4 months or the last 120 days. Okay? So if you aren't on your business bank account and you let it go negative, it's going to hinder you when it comes to financing. Okay. So you want to make sure that we are running our business like a 7 and 8 figure business. Okay. So we have our contracts. We're going to have our non-disclosure agreement. We're going to have our non-compete and non-solicitation if we have employees. We are going to have our business bank account. We're going to have our point of sale system. We're not going to be doing Cash App and Zelle. We're going to be having our point of sale system to make and putting all of our sales in the point of sale system. We're going to have a business bank account where all the business funds are deposited into, and all of our only business expenses are going to come out the business bank account. We're only going to use our personal account for personal expenses, not the business bank account as our personal piggy bank. What was the next thing I was going to say? We're talking about business banking. As a 7 or 8 figure business, we understand that we are going to be cutting a check to the IRS. Okay. Now we can do all the tax planning in the world. You know, when you start making money, it's like we are running a business. If you want to, if you either we're going to do a side hustle or we're going to do a business. Now, if you want to, hide the cash and I'm going to make it look poor on paper. Well, on paper, if you're poor, then don't look for funding. There's no need to establish business credit if you're poor. There's no need for vehicle financing. There is no need to take advantage of all of the financial advantages that a business has. Just run everything through your personal credit and make it do what it do. But you're not going to have a 7 or 8 figure business running it like a side business. Okay. So in running a 7 or 8 figure business, you need to understand that you are going to be paying taxes to the I, the R, and the S. It's called business. Now, we don't want to overpay our share, but you are going to be cutting a check. Okay. If you want to live in a nice house and you're a business owner, you're going to be paying taxes. You're not going to get approved for a mortgage and your business keeps having all these write-offs. So once you have your business and you're trying to run it correctly, you need to be with an accountant or a CPA. An accountant is someone who has gone to college and has a college degree in accounting. A CPA is going to be an accountant with a college degree, and they went on and took a test to become a CPA or a certified public accountant. Okay? These two people will understand business and business tax deductions. We cannot be going to Keisha and them, at Quick Money Tax Service, who gonna get you $15,000 back. Because the tax return that Keisha and them do is going to help you get that refund, but you won't get that mortgage. You'll get that tax refund, but you won't get business financing. You'll get that tax refund, but you won't get you won't be getting that corporate car or that company van. Okay? So you got to understand that you are going to be paying taxes. Now, there are some creative things that you can do to reduce your tax liability. That's why I always say talk to a CPA or an accountant. I have a tax deduction guide on my website that will, show you. I think I have like 28 different industries, all the tax deductions that your business qualifies, so that you are writing everything off, so that whatever it is that you are going to pay, it will be minimal. But we are unless you have some kind of big depreciation expenses and you're running a large payroll, 9 out of 10 times you're going to be writing a check. It could be a small check. That's why another reason it's good for you as the owner. Eventually, you should be putting yourself on payroll, meaning where you're going to actually get a company check with W-2 taxes being taken out. But in order for you to get a paycheck as a LLC owner, you'll have to be taxed as an S Corp. To be taxed as an S Corp, normally it'd be most beneficial if you're making around $60,000 or $80,000. The tax benefits will then outweigh the cost of you having to be on payroll, with payroll taxes being taken out every 2 weeks, and then also filing your own business tax return, which will run you between $750 and $2,000, depending on how complicated the return is. Okay, so that's my scenario. Make sure that when we're starting our business, I don't care if you're selling t-shirts, I don't care if you're selling Kit Kat bars, whatever it is, every 7 and 8 figure business has started in someone's dorm room, apartment, house, car. Okay, everything starts small. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. So you want to make sure that you don't have no money in your bank account right now. The money just hasn't hit, but you're running a 7-figure business. So we're going to run it like it's a 7-figure business. So when the time comes, when the opportunity comes, when you start hiring your employees, when you start growing, your foundation is already set. You already have your corporate structure, your LLC or your corporation. You're already filing your annual report, so your corporation or your LLC is active. When you get the employees, you have your employee handbook. You get your W-4, your W-9 forms. You're having your policy and procedures. You're running it like your Walmart. Somebody wants to discuss a business idea with you. Oh, no problem. But hey, sign this NDA, before you talk business. You're running it like it's a mini Netflix. It's a mini Amazon. It's a mini Walmart. You're doing your banking properly. All of the money is hitting the bank account. So your bank account's a reflection. Your business bank account is a reflection of what the business is doing. If you start off your business as it's a 7- and 8-figure business, in 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, however long it takes for God to bless you, you're going to be thanking yourself later. Oh, I'm glad I got that LLC. Oh, I'm glad I'm paying my employees as employees. So when the IRS just walks on up in here, I'm good. You know what? She told me go talk to a CPA and accountant. I got a CPA and accountant. I was mad. She told me for the last 3 years I had to cut the IRS check for $15,000. But guess what? Because I cut that check for $15,000 3 years in a row, my tax returns qualify me to get my dream home. Because it's showing the bank I have money, I can afford the mortgage. Me writing that check them 2 years was able for me to get 5 vans for my company because my business showed that it made money. See, when you run it like a 7 or 8-figure business, the benefits of having a business outweigh the benefits of having a side hustle. A side hustle can only get you so far. A side hustle gonna only last for so long. A hustle is just that. It's gonna get you a quick lick, but it's not gonna stay. It's not gonna be consistent. You can't build on a hustle. You can't build on a quick lick. It's here today. Come get these J's. I don't know how long I'm gonna have these J's. Just come get it. Right? It's just something quick. You can't build, and you definitely can't pass it on to your kids. We can't grow 3 side hustles. Brumman on the 5th floor from Martin didn't have an enterprise, right? So if you run it like a side hustle, it's not going to last and you can't grow it. And the benefit is only going to be instant. It's not going to be anything that you can sustain. If you run it like a 7-figure business, you're opening up yourself to business credit. You're opening up yourself to business funding. You're opening up yourself for business vehicle financing. You're opening up yourself to a lot more opportunities for you to grow and expand your current business or for you to get some funding to start another venture. So I always tell people, I don't want to sound like I'm just raining on your parade. I don't want to sound like, I'm mad at you for doing all the shortcuts. I just want you to know from my personal experience, the shortcuts are only cutting you out of the real money. So no matter how small your business is, no matter you don't even see that you're running a real 7 or 8-figure business, start your business off correctly. So as it grows, the foundation is stable, and all you're doing is opening yourself up for additional opportunities because you're running it like a business, not a side hustle. All the contracts I have on my website. If you want a consultation with me to help you kind of get your business on the right track or help you come up with a game plan to grow it, the link's in my bio, or you can DM me consultation. I will save this live if you just tuned in, and you can kind of watch it from beginning or end. But everyone who DM'd, we are ready to take over. We are ready to build these multi-million-dollar businesses. The goal is not 6 figures a year; it's going to be 6 figures a month. And if you do it correctly, it will grow, and you will be able to sustain the growth. Okay, so we are doing everything in order because we are 7 and 8 figure business owners. Everyone have a great night, and I will, of course, see you at the bank.